Hey everyone, this is Michelle with Sweet Pea Farm NY, and today we're going to talk about flushing ewes. Flushing is kind of the opposite of what you would think. It's not making the ewes lose weight or flushing their systems. It's actually getting their systems to feel like they're getting more nutrition so that they're able to take on two embryos when they're put in with the ram for breeding. So on our farm, we breed the ewes for January 1st lambs. That makes the lambs born when it's cold out, which a lot of people think is not a good thing. But for us, we find that they eat vigorously to stay warm, and that helps them grow quickly and stay strong and healthy. And they don't have all the parasite issues and fly issues that spring-born lambs have. Plus, if we have lambs born in January, we're ready to market them already in Easter, which is a big lamb and goat marketing season. So that's what works best for us. So in order to do that, we do something called flushing the sheep, the ewes actually, just the ewes. And that means that we are increasing their nutrition intake so that their bodies are telling them, okay, we have enough nutrition coming in that we can conceive 2 lambs instead of just 1. We have enough nutrition to feed ourselves and 2 lambs, and it just increases the rate of twins being born, which is what we want. We prefer twins over singles, obviously, just for a productivity manner, but we prefer twins over triplets because often triplets will need supplementation just because the ewes only have 2 teats to feed twins. How we flush ewes on our farm is in a couple of ways. The ewes are given some grain to increase their nutritional intake. They're always given loose minerals year-round, so that's not changed. But the addition of the grain and the fact that we have tons of this lush grass everywhere. I mean, this field was where we dumped our manure spread last year, and it's just growing like crazy, and they grazed this last week. So we've got lots of grass growing. So we're able to move the sheep into a new paddock every morning, and then at night they get put into another paddock. The sheep sleep or lays around really most of the day when it's hotter. So oftentimes they'll go in the barn on fans for the hot part of the day, but in the early mornings and the evenings they're out on pasture eating lots of fresh green grass and pasture mix. And then in the evening they go to another pasture that's either closer to the house or closer to the barn for safety reasons, and they have tons of access to grass. So there's not a point in their day where they're not grazing really. So between the increased amount of, adding a little grain into their diet and the added extra forage for them all the time, they're really putting on the weight, which makes them feel like their body can nurture 2 lambs in utero. So for January 1st lambs, we put the rams in August 9th, which is just a couple weeks away. So we start this flushing process about a month prior to August 9th to ensure that the ewes' systems are really getting used to the extra nutrition. For the first time ever this year, I am using 4 different rams. Michaela has her Oxford ram that will be bred to her Oxford ewes, which are, one is down there. It's hard to tell when their heads are down because they have black faces. I think that's the other one. So those 2 ewes, no, it's that one. Anyway, so the 2 Oxford ewes will get bred to the Oxford ram. Then I have a beautiful Southdown ram I imported from Illinois that will go in with some ewes that are really particularly showy ewes that the kids have showed in the past that we want to have show lambs out of for the kids 4-H and FFA showing. And then I have another ram that I kept, another Southdown ram that I kept this year that we bred. And he has extremely fuzzy ears, which is a great breed characteristic that's hard to kind of keep in your lines, and he's beautiful otherwise. So we will put him with some ewes that have particularly slicked ears, like not really woolly ears, so that we can get that breed characteristic back in our lambs. And then I have Drake, who is our 2-year-old ram that we brought in from Wisconsin a couple years ago. That's one of the Oxfords right there with the black. And there's the other one. And so those rams will be put in with separate groups, and by having only about 8 to 10 ewes per ram, that should ensure that each group gets bred relatively quickly, and they should all lamb out in January. In years past, when I've just used one ram, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video and it gave you some information if you're trying to get into breeding sheep or thinking about it or just starting out. If you guys have any questions, make sure that you put them down below in the comments and I'll get right back to you. And if you haven't already, make sure that you click the like button and the subscribe button. It helps us out greatly. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great rest of your day.